Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lotus Chat episode 86 When You Don't Know Where to Start. And today we have Zian here with us to discuss this really great topic.
Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome back to Lotus Chat.
Yes, so it's good to be back with you guys again. I know we've been a bit on a hiatus, but we are so glad that we're able to discuss this really great topic with you that did come up. And we were thinking, why not discuss it if, it's been on my mind for sure. When it comes to a lot of decision making and things as we've started the new year, as we're getting into the swing of things, setting
Mm,
goals, making intentions.
mm,
So, Zian, since we are, after that whole like resolution and really trying to keep to maybe some of us out there doing resolutions, some of us have some really great goals that we're working towards or new ideas that we have.
mm,
Sometimes we can get bogged down or even like feel like we have to pause and we get a little stuck. So during those times, something came up where I'm like, when we are feeling that sense of not knowing where to go or feeling a little stuck or feeling
mm.
like you want to change trajectory in something, what can we do to get us unstuck and to get us back into that forward movement that we were also inspired with at the start of the year?
Well, I am gonna be speaking based on my own experience, okay? So for me, every time when I feel like I'm stuck and I don't know where to start, that's when I just start. And I say that in the sense that, sometimes it's my mind doing all that overthinking, what if I fail? What if I am not good enough? What if, this is something's common? What if nobody buys? What if, I don't know, so many things in my mind. But for me, it's just start and then we'll improvise along the way. That's always been my motto. So I never start when I feel like I'm fully ready. I just start. That's what I do. What about you?
Love that. I love that your momentum, you never really feel like you lost momentum, where you just really feel like I should just do it. I should just move forward. That is a
Hmm.
great way to mentally think about like just do it, right? And I know I
Yeah.
have a friend, I had a friend of mine in the past who said, when that fear overtakes you, or that, like questioning, like, what if it works out? What if it doesn't? Or
Yeah.
what if, this or that happens? And it, and those thoughts come into the
Mm,
head. They
mm,
said,
mm.
well, just, do it anyway. Like,
Yeah.
just do
Just
it
do it. I
anyway.
love that.
Yeah. And I mean, it's the Nike whole Logan of
Yes.
slogan of just do it and just, go for it. And I think a lot of companies really have embraced that type of mentality of like forward movement, right? But at the same
Yes.
time, it's like for us, it's so easy for the mind to just start questioning. Like for me, and this again, and I'm gonna preface this by saying this is personal experience only. So for all of you out there, I'm sure your experiences are very diverse. But in my experience, when it comes to these type of points in my life where I felt stuck or challenged and
Mm,
kind of like not really sure, I usually take it from two points of views. Now,
mm.
I'm not going to move right away. So, unlike like I'm the opposite of Zian in the way where I actually look at it and kind of weigh my options. And I know some of you may be thinking, oh no, she's taking forever to make a decision. Actually,
Yeah.
no. I think for me, I really look at the logic of it, and then I also really start feeling into my emotions about it. Like
Mm,
I really, for me, have got to the point where I really want to balance both. There have
mm.
been times when I've made decisions and started something just based off of pure emotion,
Yeah.
and whether or not it worked out for me, I know that I've learned that it was a lesson, and
Exactly.
I felt right. It was a lesson, and I felt very grateful for what came out of it, even if it was not the way that I had imagined. But
Yeah.
now, what I'm doing is I really want to try to balance it more so that I listen more. And
Mm,
let's say it's a decision that will affect others.
yeah.
I definitely take other people's into account, like their feelings, if it affects something major in my life. So let's say, for example, um, when I moved and I got my first apartment. It was a
Mm,
huge decision. And I
mm,
honestly personally did not know where to start other than a place that I wanted it to be in and the feeling that I wanted to get,
yeah.
being in a place. Other than that, I was like, okay, well, what do I do now? Like, okay, well, I'm going to look at all these listings. I'm going to start looking at prices. I'm going to start, making appointments. But then at the end, I literally remember having gone on so many appointments and I'm like, it doesn't feel right.
Mm, mm,
So I'll be honest. I think it's like the end. I think it's just for me, it would be take it one day at a time. If you
mm.
don't feel right in making that decision right away, don't start. If it does not feel in your core that it is like a hell yes, then take your time with it. So that is my advice. Izzian, when it comes to like the hell yes and the heck no's, when it comes to like this topic that we're talking about, what other things can we um let them know about when it comes to like how to work through and get to that hell yes and that is not a no, like
Mm.
what cues in the body can we really look into when we're making these decisions? Like, what are some cues that you follow?
Well, if I have that whole hell yes moment, what I do is I start surrounding myself with people who has, who either has done it or is doing it or have the same hell yes, Otherwise,
Yes.
yeah, because
Yes.
otherwise, sometimes the things that you want to do is completely different and it's something out of your comfort zone. And then the people that you usually hang out with is always the naysayers. It's always the, are you sure? Or it's always the, nah, let's do that another time. Then you never get around to do it because all these people just directs you into a different direction. But if you want to go, in a completely different trajectory, then I think you just have to surround yourself with people who looks at you with their believing eyes or who hears you with their believing ears, so that you get that confidence to do it.
Yes, I love that you said that. The people you surround yourself with can be very inspiring. So
Mm-hmm.
even if you have a great idea, like we said at the beginning of this episode, there's a great idea that some of you are probably really like mulling over right now, and you're probably saying, I just don't know where to start, or what do I do to bring it to life, or how can I get people excited about it to join me in this idea or this cause or this whatnot? Like there's a lot of that kind of maybe some of you are thinking of. Surround yourself with like-minded people who also are inspired by those things or who also have inspired themselves to start a business, to create something new, to get creative, to put themselves out there in the public eye if that is something that you want to do, or even be like you create something where like maybe you have like a pseudonym where you create a book and you have like a name, like you create your
Mm-hmm.
I call it celebrity name because we know like celebrities sometimes don't have, it's not their real names, sometimes they create like a name for themselves,
A
your
stage name.
brand. Exactly. So like your brand, your stage name. So if you are out there and you feel I just don't know where to start and you just are like, what do I do? We definitely had some great tips for you today to either just go out and do it
Yes.
or take time, see what your emotions and your logic are saying. Surround yourself with other people who are also passionate about this idea or this decision, that you're making. People who are going to be like, yes, just, do it, or wait up, let's talk about it together. Let's, put together a plan, those type of people,
Mm-hmm.
but people who will always support you and be by your side throughout the whole way. So, Zian, do you have any closing remarks for our viewers and our listeners today?
Well, I just want to say stop doing your quote unquote research and go and look at other people's Instagram and just start doing it.
Yeah, there are definitely influencers out there for everybody. And there's also, great, writers, great musicians, great, people who have done amazing things who started with just an
Mm.
idea on a piece of paper. So
Yes.
if you need to, if you want to just follow their lead and see how they did it, go right ahead. And as we said, just do it. So, Deanne, I am so glad we were able to do this today.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So for those of you who is following our Lotus Chat, thank you so much. And if you like what you're hearing, click follow, like, and subscribe on our Lotus Chat Worldwide. And of course, anytime when you have a new episode idea, email us at lotuschatworldwide@gmail.com. So talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.